Hey, what is good, my fellow YouTube fam? It's your boy, Animated Aaron, and today, I know usually my videos are video game related and whatnot, but some people wanted to hear my H&M firing story, so here it is, bruh. So yeah, it might be some explicit language. Fuck them, fuck H&M. Even though I'm probably still gonna shop there, but listen. I'm gonna tell you my story. I'm gonna tell you what happened, and just shut up and listen. Robin, you gotta hear this story, bro. It's crazy. I know you know a little bit, but I didn't tell you all the full details. Just sit down and listen, bro. Just take a seat, bro. Calm down. Calm down. I started working at H&M at around July 2017. I was working at Topshop at the same time, and I still am working at Topshop. But listen to this; it's a crazy story. So actually, because one of my managers from Topshop, if you're not familiar with Topshop, that's like it's another clothing brand from the UK. I work at the one at Fifth Avenue, 49th Street. It's kind of like a more expensive H&M, basically. So yeah, one of the managers that used to work at Topshop, actually, it's funny. The guy who hired me at Topshop, he actually switched to H&M. The H&M by the World Trade Center was the one I worked at. So yeah, he actually DM'd me on Instagram like, "Hey, would you like to work at H&M?" And I'm like, "No, what's the point? It's still retail. It's the same thing as Topshop, basically." He's like, "Oh, I'll give you $14 an hour." And I'm like, I mean, minimum wage is about to be $13 in a few months. Make that $14.50 or whatever. He's like, "You're kind of stretching it, but we'll see." So anyways, a couple days later, he DM'd me back like, "Hey, listen, don't say nothing, but just come into this group interview, act like you don't know me." And yeah, he put me on. He basically, like, I had to do a little fake. I had to pretend like I didn't know him. You know what I'm saying? We had to it was the weirdest group interview ever. Like, we just walked around in the store. You could tell he didn't care. Like, "All right, guys, we're just gonna walk around, ask a couple questions, and we'll call you back," or something like that. So he asked questions like, "What do you guys think the demographic is in this section?" Stupid stuff like that. And once the interview was over, he took me to the side and was like, "Look, you got the job. It's just I had to do this to make it look like it's not favoritism or anything. You basically got the job. We just had to do this." And I was like, "Nah, it's fine. I don't care." So I got the job. I started about 2 weeks later, and I was working 2 jobs. I was working at Topshop and H&M on top of school, and I had an internship. But anyways, and doing YouTube stuff. So, but yeah, pretty busy. I know, pretty busy. So yeah, everything was cool, man. I liked working at H&M. It was fun, man. The people, the managers were cool for the most part. Some of them used to get on my nerves. I don't really have to say names. There's no point at this point. Some of them were just, there's always those managers that are mad cool. You know what I'm saying? The ones that not that they don't care. You know what I mean? But they care to an extent, but they don't take their job too seriously. You know what I'm saying? If they're there, you're like, "Oh yes, my boy's here," or "She's here today. Thank God, we're gonna have a smooth day." There's always those managers it'd be chill, chill days. And then there's those managers that are just so annoying, man. Always on you, do this, do that, mad strict. Yo, chill, bro. It's not that serious. You know what I'm saying? Relax. There's other things in life besides retail. Just calm down, bro. You know what I'm saying? There's always those managers that piss you off, make you have a bad day. Yeah, so this what happened. One night, I had clocked out, and I couldn't find my Apple headphones. So I'm like, damn. And the thing about me, I put my items sporadically. I be having my water bottle here, my wallet over here. I have in the lockers. You know what I'm saying? I have them all over the place. I was a decent worker. You know what I'm saying? I don't take the job seriously. I come in, I do what I gotta do, call it a day. I never went above and beyond to do things. I'm not trying to grow. That was their big thing in H&M. They want you to grow and you know what I'm saying? It was a cool environment. It had a lot of cool benefits. You know what I'm saying? The discounts were awesome. I usually only shop at H&M, so it was yo, I work at H&M. It's lit. I get all the discounts. And I work at Topshop, so it's cool. But the thing is, people always used to ask me, "Yo, how do you work 2 jobs?" Honestly, it felt like one job. You know what I'm saying? It's both retail. So it just felt like one job. So I was getting paid more at H&M than Topshop. I was getting $14.50. Topshop, I was only getting $13, minimum wage or whatever. So I figured, man, forget it. What's the point of working at Topshop? It's further from my house. I might as well just extend my availability at H&M and just work there, and it's closer to my house. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna put in my 2 weeks. I'm gonna put in my 2 weeks at Topshop. So yeah, I had put in my 2 weeks at Topshop, right? Like at the beginning of April. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just extend my availability. I get paid more. It's close to my house, whatever. So yeah, so this what happened. So I clocked out. I couldn't find my Apple headphones. So I'm like, damn, like, where's my headphones at? Like, and I see an open locker with Apple headphones. So I'm like, damn, are these mine? Like, I think these are mine. I couldn't find mine. I don't know what happened to it. It must have been in like a random locker or something. So I took the headphones, thinking they were mine. I go home and it had like a lot of earwax on it. So I'm like, damn, these are not mine at all. Mind you, I didn't have another shift until like a week later. So I'm not going to come into the job the next day when I don't work like, hey, here's these Apple headphones. Like, I took them by mistake. Like, so anyways, the next shift, about a week later, I'm working, and one of the main managers takes me into the office, like, hey, let me speak to you. So I'm like, okay. I'm thinking I'm about to get a write-up for being on my phone, because I always be on my phone. I don't care. I be texting, all that, Instagram, all that. So I go into the office with another manager in there as just a witness, and his name is Eric, whatever. So he's like, Aaron, do you know anything about something that was taken from the locker by any chance? And in my head, I'm like, oh, dang, he's talking about the headphones. But I didn't know if I should mention it, because clearly he saw the cameras, obviously. I was like, oh, yeah, you talking about the headphones, the Apple headphones? He's like, yeah, customer complained. I mean, not a customer, sorry, an associate. Associate complained, so we checked the cameras, and you did look a little suspicious. You checked other lockers, and then you took the headphones. And I'm like, I clearly took those by mistake. Like, I have a million pairs of those. I have them on me today. I can give them back to you. It was clearly by mistake. He was like, okay, well, whatever you just told me, just write down on a paper, your explanation. And I actually already contacted HR. This is something we take very seriously. We don't tolerate, stuff like that, taking things without anyone's consent. So it's in their hands right now. And I'm just like, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, okay, I understand. Like, I mean, it was completely unintentional. And he's like, okay, well, it's in their hands now, so we'll keep in touch with you. And I'm like, so I gotta wait. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yeah, just wait a little bit, a couple days, see what happens. It's like, okay. So anyways, mind you, I had a couple shifts after that. You know what I'm saying? I'm working after that, so I'm thinking I'm fine. At H&M, when you get your schedule, it's 2 weeks ahead of time. So you see for next week and the week after. So the next week, I check my schedule for the following 2 weeks, and I'm not on the schedule 2 weeks later. It said not scheduled or whatever, had my name. So I'm like, damn, I'm definitely going to get the boot. Like, I definitely got the boot, whatever. Ramon was the other manager that was in the room that didn't say anything. He was the witness. So I took him to the side. He's real cool. I was like, yo, Ramon, be for real. Like, you think I'm gonna get fired? Let me know. He's like, honestly, bro, the fact that it's taking so long, it could be in your benefit. Like, if it was that serious, I think they would have been fired you. So I'm like, all right, cool. He's like, don't worry, man. I know you're losing sleep over this. We gonna get. So I'm like, what do I do? Do I just wait? Like, should I call HR myself? He's like, nah, man, we got to tell you, like, in person or whatever, if it does happen. I'm like, okay. So, yeah, the day that they took me in the office, I had put in my 2 weeks a day before that at Topshop. So, if I do get fired, bruh, I'm not going to have a job. Like, I'm like, yo. So, now it's like a whole 2 weeks later. I'm working shifts. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking I'm fine. So, 2 weeks later, I'm having a shift, and this manager named Michael takes me, I'm saying names, I don't give a shit. So they take me into the office. Michael's like, hey, can I speak to you in the office? So I tell the guy next to me, it's over, bro. It's over. I got the boot. So I go in there, and he's like, so I know you spoke with Eric about 2 weeks ago, about the situation, and unfortunately today's going to be your last day. And I was like, are y'all serious? Are you serious? And he's like, yeah, that's something we don't tolerate. Here's your papers. Please just sign it if you agree with anything, and give me your lanyard. Clock out, and we'll escort you to the exit. So I'm like, wow, there's no way I could fight this. He's like, well, you can, but it's not really. You're pretty much gonna be unhireable, especially at this location for theft. They don't really take that lightly. So I'm like, wow. Over Apple headphones, bro. Over Apple headphones that I clearly could have just gave you, bro. So I'm like, whatever. Sign it. Give him my thing. I leave, and on my way to exit, I got like 2 people. Yo, free Aaron, bro. Yo, what happened, bro? I was like, it's whatever, bro. So then, like, I actually found out whose headphones those were. It was actually a supervisor's headphones. A little girl, a little Spanish girl, pretty ratchet. Bruh. Honestly, I don't think. The thing is, like, she was cool. Her name was Lyria. I don't know if she actually snitched, like, yo, I want him fired. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think she... I think she just went to her locker, like, yo, who took my headphones? You know what I'm saying? And complained to another manager, and then they saw the cameras, and then... You know, I don't think she would be like, yo, get him fired. I don't think. I mean, she was cool. I mean, I thought we were cool. If she did get me fired, then it is what it is. Like, you know, it's not the end of the world. But so yeah, this is what happened. So now I have no job. You know what I'm saying? I put in my 2 weeks, and now I just got fired. So I'm like, yo, what do I do now? So anyways, I wake up like 2 days later, and I check my Topshop schedule. Like, let me see if they schedule me. Even though I put in my 2 weeks 2 weeks ago, they scheduled me. I had a 4 to 10. So I actually go into work, and I see one of the managers. It's like, yo, I put in my 2 weeks like 2 weeks ago, right? He's like, oh, I'm sorry. Do you want to go home? I was like, nah. Like, long story, bro. Just forget that I put in the 2 weeks. And he's like, hold on, let me check the computer. He goes, they didn't even put in my 2 weeks. They forgot to put in my 2 weeks. It's crazy how it works out, yo. Like, so now I'm still working at Topshop. Like, it's crazy because my last shift at Topshop, I'm like, yes, I've been here for 2 years. I can't wait to get out of here, yo. And I was mentally ready to just get out of there and just work at H&M. I was telling everybody, yo, today's my last day. Let's get it. You know, fuck Topshop, shit's trash. Like, and now I'm still there. Like, he's like, okay, don't worry. Like, you're still employed. Don't worry. I'll let them know you had a change of heart. And I was like, okay, thanks. I know, bro. It's crazy, bro. Tell me about it, man. H&M, man. That was real petty, man. That was real petty of them. I heard they were just clipping people for no reason. Well, not for no reason, but I heard they were just firing a lot of people, and they needed any little excuse to fire you. So, whatever, man. I had that place lit. I was, man, every time I came in, I know we gonna have a good time. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were gonna have fun. We turning up. Like, but H&M... Yeah, for those who care to watch this, I appreciate it. Subscribe to your boy. I'll see you next time, very soon. Your boy's a graduate now, by the way, you know what I'm saying? But let's get it. Peace.